Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm doing a video today talking about what you find on the dials of the most recent Omega Seamaster Aqua Terra watches. By most recent I mean the watches from 2008 to the present day, basically the entire teak era with the striped dials. And these are the three watches I'll be talking about. I'll show them individually with what the writing on each dial means in a moment here. But as you can see quickly, the left one will say coaxial chronometer, the middle one says master coaxial chronometer, and the last one, which is the watch up to the present day, will say coaxial master chronometer. So it actually all sounds the same, but there is a little bit of difference that each of these wording signifies, and differences that pertain to the watches, which I'll, as I said, I'll mention in a moment here. So the first one is the watch that debuted the teak dial from 2008. It was made for about 4 years. This watch, as mentioned before, will say coaxial chronometer on the dial in the lower half of the dial. What that means is that this watch has a Omega coaxial movement. In this case, it would be an 8500A or an 8500B movement. The 8500A, which were the first ones that were put into these watches, have no magnetic resistance. And around 2011, when they changed over to 8500B, those watches do have some limited magnetic resistance due to a silicone hairspring. And if you want to know if your watch has that or not, which of the movements it has, you can actually see it on the hairspring if you are able to pull out the crown and stop the movement at the exact right time. If you try it a few times, you could probably get the hairspring to stop in a location where you can actually, using some kind of magnification, see that it says SI14 on it, which would indicate that it's silicone. And I'll just add here, you may know this, but if a watch says chronometer, it means it's certified by COSC, Swiss Testing Institute, to be accurate. So here's the next dial that came out around 2013, maybe closer to 2014, and was made till about 2015, 2016, a pretty short run. I think the shortest run out of the watches that I'm showing here. This is, I have the blue version of this, as you can see, absolutely gorgeous. This version of the dial removed the date window. That's the way you can quickly identify it, but also importantly, the wording on the dial is different here. This one says master coaxial chronometer. What that means is, again, this has a coaxial movement. In this case, it's the 8500G, which has some upgrades, which makes it resistant to 15,000 Gauss. So it's a nice feature, I think, to have, because I've come across a number of magnetized watches, and why not have something to make you not have to have that concern. And that's what master coaxial means here. There was wording that Omega just used to signify that it's a coaxial and magnetic resistant movement. And again, like the prior watch, it's a chronometer, meaning that it's certified COSC. And this is the third and last version of the dial. As you can see, this watch is somewhat different from the other two. Some bigger changes were made by Omega. The striping was made horizontal. The date window was moved to 6 o'clock. The case shape was shortened a little bit. This watch came out around 2017. And these say coaxial master chronometer on the dial. So the word master now has been moved to go after coaxial and before chronometer. Again, coaxial refers to the movement being a coaxial movement. In this watch, it is an 8900 because it is a 41 millimeter version. The smaller 38 millimeter version of these watches has the 8800 movement. And again, like the prior watch, this watch does have the same magnetic resistance. But importantly, master chronometer actually means something different from the prior watch. It means that it is a COSC certified chronometer, but also METUS certified, and METUS is a certification process that was made by Omega and covers a bunch of tests related to the accuracy of the watch, and also magnetic resistance, power reserve, and water resistance as well. So you could say that this is all a bunch of marketing, and to some extent I agree with that sentiment. There is a lot of marketing behind selling something like this, and certifications and choice of words are all part of that. However, the one significant difference I would say between these watches is probably the magnetic resistance. It's not the biggest deal in the world. Obviously, as I said, I have come across magnetized watches. I have had them demagnetized, and I have even demagnetized them myself with a very cheap demagnetizer. So it's really not the end of the world if a watch gets magnetized. But if you want some peace of mind about that not happening, having that feature, I think, is a notable upgrade that Omega did make over the years between these watches. And if anyone's interested in more information on how to tell, if you have the first version of these watches, to how to tell if you have the 8500A or 8500B movement, please leave a comment and I can make a little quick video to demonstrate that as well. Like I said, it's a pretty simple procedure where you have to stop the movement at the right point so that you can get a good look at the hairspring to see if it is the upgraded version or not. So let me know if you have any comments or questions. Like I said, I was not a real expert in the differences between these, what the words on these dials meant, so I did a little research myself. If I have left something out or I have made a mistake, I would be very happy to know. So if I did, please feel free to let me know. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.